So here's a quick note. If you have your list of kids with their last name and first name in the same cell, there's an easy way to split that. You don't have to go in and retype each name to get them in separate cells. If you highlight the column where your list of names are, you can go up to Data, Split Text to Columns, and it will automatically detect the separator, which in this case was a comma and a space. So a really easy way to get that split. You want to make sure that you have this column here empty. If I have information in this column, let's say that I have their grade. Now let's just give them all 8th grade for now. Again, right here, Data, Split Text to Columns. It's going to erase what's in that column. Just make sure you have added an extra column in between. Just like that, and you have your first and last names in separate columns. Now, if you have your kids' names in this order with the first name first and last name, if you've received that from your gradebook or from your counselor like this, you can split that as well. It's a little bit more difficult, especially with kids that maybe have 2 words in their first name or 2 words in their last name. That happens sometimes. So splitting this, you might have to go through and retype some of those individual ones, but you can do it in the same way. Data, Split Text to Columns. And in this case, it's going to not detect automatically because there's no comma. So put a space in there. And there you go. Now, notice some of them it did expand out if they have longer names, so you may have to retype those. It's better if you can get it where a comma is the separator, then that would be ideal. And let's just talk briefly about why we want to have our names of students listed in this format. Last name in one column, first name in another, last name and first name in one column, and first name and last name in another column. The reason is most of the time when you get your list of kids from your gradebook, or if I'm going to be sending the list of kids to the front office, let's say, it makes a lot more sense for them to see the last name first. Okay, when they're alphabetizing, they're looking through it that way. I'll usually send to the attendance secretary our field trip list with the ID number and last name, comma, first name, and they always appreciate seeing it in that format. It's easier for them to process. But in a concert program, or if I'm making labels, or if I'm making name tags, that's a much more friendly way of doing it, first name first. So to get the information from this format easily into this format, you really need the last name and first name in their own columns. Once you learn the formulas, it becomes really easy to do all this and split it up.